And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
It's not enough for the control freaks to come on bossing you around about snail darters or bats or whatever they're... I mean, they've caught the feds planting species all over the U.S. that aren't endangered. I mean, this is a criminal group who wants your property. Criminals run the government. Judith McGeary, she is just a great lady. We've got her on with us, farm-and-ranchfreedom.org. She's the executive director. Very honored to have her. This is the premier group. You need to get involved. You need to financially support them. You need to get up off your butts. I mean, our tens of thousands of years of heritage as farmers and ranchers is being destroyed, and this affects everybody. This is a paramilitary takeover of our society, just like they're doing in Africa, like they're doing in Europe. You can't put up with this crap. All right, Judith, you got 4 minutes. I'm going to sit back and shut up if I can. Call to arms. I'm calling people out. What does a good old boy who is in East Texas listening right now, or a guy running a vineyard in Northern California, or a chicken farm in Oregon, what do they do right now to fight this?
First step, like I said, is educate your community. And let me say, by the way, actually, I'm going to do a call to action of my own, because I've talked to quite a few folks who I know are who are also listeners of yours. And I hear things like, yeah, it's terrible, and I'm going to go hide someplace and raise my own food. Folks, that's not the answer. Because guess what? By the time they finish rounding up everybody else and have driven all of the existing farmers out of business, and you can't buy things at the feed store, and you can't get a vet to come out to your property without this, and everything else, you're not going to be able to hide from it. And I was actually very frustrated at the Austin meeting because a couple of people dodged coming because they didn't want to put their name down on record. And we need to get past that. We really need people to stand up and be willing to go on record, because they're going to come for me, and they're going to come for Alex, and they're going to come for a lot of other people long before they ever come for you. So, get your name on record and be willing to stand up.
They have special units the feds pay for in rural areas for radicals that organic farm and don't want to follow orders. I mean, this is happening. We got to all stand up now, or we're all going to hang separate.
Absolutely. So having done that and gotten it off my chest, first step is educating your community. Go to the coffee houses and talk to folks. Hang out at the feed store. Put flyers up at the sales barn in the cities. Hit the health food stores and the co-ops. Get the word out. Then what you do is, like USDA is holding these listening sessions. If there's one near you, go to it. We've got those listed on our website. If you really can't make it in person, you can still submit comments, written comments. They go on the record, and send a copy to your congressman, your state legislators, your county commissioners. It's one set of comments. It doesn't take you very long.
I believe farmers should put up 1 to 10 watt micro FMs that go out a few miles and put Genesis programming on, or do their own shows. We need to get aggressive and create our own media as well. How about a little local newspaper? How about farmers make their own little newsletter and take your material and others and get it out each week?
That's a fantastic idea. That would be wonderful. And you know what? A lot of local newspapers will print stuff that you provide because they're so short-staffed that unless they're completely controlled, if it's actually a small local one, a lot of times if you go in with an article, they'll print it. So, start feeding them that information. And I love those ideas.
Yeah, we were doing that with the toll roads. And then the toll road company bought over 100 Texas newspapers on the corridors to shut that down, showing the power. So, folks, if you take action, decide to kick butt, nothing can stop you. Judith McGeary, farm-and-ranchfreedom.org, Executive Director. In the last 45 seconds, other key points.
This is our food supply. There are no other options. There's no way around this. The only way to protect our ability to eat and to have a choice in what we eat is by taking this on.
God bless you. I want to get you up for a full hour, and anybody else you recommend, maybe some of the farmers and people being arrested for selling eggs on street corners or watermelons being arrested. We've had some of them on. I mean, this is tyranny, folks. This is the opposite of freedom, and it's being done for control. Judith McGeary, we'll talk to you again soon. God bless you and the key work you're doing.
Thank you, Alex.
You bet. Kevin Trudeau coming up. He's being persecuted as well. Stay with us. MySolarBackup.com. A lot of things can cut off your electrical power. Hurricanes, snow, ice storms, global warming, gremlins can chew off your electrical wires. A lot of things can happen. And so instead of sending all your money to Al Gore and carbon taxes, I suggest you take your own power needs out of the control of that control freak and go to mysolarbackup.com. The degenerate control freak, blood-sucking parasites of government and the New World Order don't own the sun yet, folks. So make your move now. MySolarBackup.com, the great power source, 800 watts of power on demand. The solar panel, the system, the charger, the batteries, all of it. Great little system. Get a bunch of these, run your whole house. MySolarBackup.com, 877-327-0365, 877-327-0365.